Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, the insane Daryl Wayne at the board, pushing all the magic buttons, doing things that if I did, it would sound like this. Anyway, that was a moment of silence. Dr. Gary Glassman, we're talking about kids, especially babies. What about gum disease? Now, you know, those of us who are baby boomers have a certain amount of gum disease, apparently, just because we're getting older. What about gum disease in young kids caused by fruit juice?
Well, I'm not sure their gum disease itself can be caused by fruit juice itself, but it can be a mitigating factor because if you're drinking a lot of fruit juice and you're missing out on other more nutritionally balanced things, like fruits actually that have fiber in it, where the sugars are sort of in the fiber, and proper vegetables, if you decrease your nutrition, that can affect your gums.
And obviously a baby can't eat a carrot or a nectarine, which are in season right now, or peaches or plums or anything like that. But after that first year, you know, of life, maybe a year and a half of breastfeeding, are fruits okay for babies and their forthcoming teeth?
Well, whole fruit is less of a pure sugar intake, and we want kids to learn how to eat fresh foods. Because if you assume fruit juice is equivalent to fruit, then the parents and obviously for their kids are not getting the proper message. And it's really, really important that once the sugars are sort of entrapped in fiber, it's a lot better than drinking what really is pure sugar.
Yeah, absolutely. Even with orange juice, as I said, I kind of water mine down probably by 20%. Is that a good thing to do?
Yeah, definitely better to water it down than to actually, drink a pure glass of orange juice. Although it tastes great, you're getting 100% sugar coming into your teeth and just bathing it. So yeah, I think what you're doing is a good compromise if you're going to drink the fruit juice.
Do you drink fruit juice at all?
I do not, actually. I don't. I drink a lot of water. And
do you floss 3 times a day?
I floss twice a day. I'll be honest with you. I floss twice a day.
Okay.
But I really only eat maybe twice a day, too. I floss in the morning. I have a little bit to eat during the day, and then I floss before I go to bed at night.
And you probably work out 4 times a week.
I try to.
Okay.
I really try to.
Are there any studies? Are there any studies with the gums and fruit juice that make gums more susceptible to infection in later life?
Offhand, I really don't have that study at my fingertips.
Okay, I was just curious. Mm-hmm. It would seem to me that would do it. In our remaining couple of minutes, why do people hate going to the dentist?
Going to the dentist is associated with pain, and patients are afraid, either from what they've heard or what they've experienced in the past. And it's past experience which always deters people. But with modern dentistry right now and the way we can administer it painlessly, lower the lights, the sounds aren't the same, the smells aren't the same as they used to be, certainly when I was a kid. Kids should really have no reason to be deterred from going to the dentist.
But even adults have fear of dentists. Is it the pain? I mean, I remember in the 50s and 60s, Darryl, you remember the commercials here in Southern California? Pain-free dentists and we'll put you out and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, sure. Well, I mean, after they get a certain amount of Novocaine in you probably don't feel the pain. It's the needle and getting the Novocaine there that sometimes could be painful.
And it's always the thought, too, of going to the dentist and the uncertainty of whether they're going to experience pain or not. And one of the things we do in our office is really alleviate that fear. And you can do it in many ways. Previous experience, soft talking, lower the lights, nice music. Sure, we do sedation, nitrous oxide sedation, oral sedation, and we do work with anesthetists that can actually put our patients to sleep in the most extreme cases in order to make things go as smoothly as possible.
They do that with animals for their dental care. Why not people, right?
Sure, why not? Well, you certainly don't want a saber-toothed tiger to be awake when you're doing root canal on their canine tooth.
Do they do that?
Of course. There are veterinarians that just do dentistry. I spoke to a group of veterinary dentists, the Veterinary Dental Society in Seattle, Washington, a couple years ago, and the room was filled with, I'd say, probably 1,000 veterinary dentists, and the most common procedure they do are root canals on the canine teeth of dogs.
That is amazing. You were going to say something, Darryl?
Here locally at Moore Park College, they have a specialty program for animal and veterinary and dentistry for animals.
Wow, I didn't realize. I know that they have one of the leading schools for animal training and taking care of, and people, even vets, try to get into this program. It's been going on for years.
And what's incredible is that people will often take better care of their pets than they do of themselves.
Absolutely. They also spend more time thinking about what kind of car to buy than taking care of their own bodies.
You got it.
Dr. Gary Glassman, thank you very much. Pleasure speaking with you.
Gentlemen, it was a pleasure. Have yourself a great day.
You too, sir. Thank you. Dr.
Bye-bye.
Gary Glassman, talking about fruit juice and sugar for kids and adults. All right, coming up next, we stay on the topic of oral health as we talk to Sabrina Madrid Katz in New York City. Don't go away as Late Night Health continues, and join us at latenighthealth.com. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.